Hey there! You're watching the Jessa channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and today I am here with another episode of Crafts and Conquest. Woohoo! Me and my ladies of doom are here, where they're gonna throw down the pain this week. They're like, as soon as we're done doing our hair and makeup, we're gonna definitely kick everybody's butt.
We're good to go.
Exactly. And we are here for week 2 of Crafts and Conquest Series 2. And in the last episode, if you'll recall, we came up with our characters, and I'm gonna zoom in on these lovely characters. They're great. We have here Cordiana, Trinket, Cassia, and Somel are the characters' names. But let me once again introduce our players. First up, we have Candace, who's playing Cordiana. And you can see that we have very, very patiently done our little lower thirds. That's what it's called here, this text on the bottom of Candace's screen. And I'll tell you, it's so funny. Candace came in to chat today, and everybody said all at once, we were like, ooh, Candace, nice hair day.
Showered.
Candace, like, it's called a shower. And I said, I'll have to try that sometime. And then we have up here, as usual, Darian playing Somel. And you can check her out at Foxy Pancakes. And we learned today that Darian's a musician. Darian, what do you play?
I would play bass.
Oh, so cool.
Ooh.
Oh, you have to play something for us. I've always had a dream. It never, of course, came true, but I had a dream that I would be like this totally funky bass player, and I'd have like a black bass with like Jessa written in like silver on it, you know, and I'd wear like these cool high heels and tight skirts, and I'd like jam out and stuff. And then my husband gave me some bass lessons because he's a musician and a guitarist and a very talented bassist as well too. And I lasted like 3 sessions before I was like, screw this crap. It hurts my fingers.
It's not too late.
Just hold the guitar and have the heels and just play a backing track and just pretend.
Darian, I have got to see you doing that bass. You'll have to, maybe you can show us some videos of your band. Do you have a band?
I was in a band. I'm kind of looking for a new band right now. I mean, I could just bring in my bass and play it. I don't know if that would be a little obnoxious. I'm just in the background. Like we have like a very intricate moment, and I'm just like
jamming out. She's all like, I totally invite you.
Atmosphere.
I totally invite you to show us your bass. In the next session, go get your bass and show it to us. And by the way, I'm looking at you on camera, and I just noticed something. Do you have one blue eye and one green eye?
they're color contacts.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow, that is cool. I was just like, Darian, could you be any cooler? Yes, you can. And speaking of the coolness, we have up Margaret, Maggie. And she's wearing, she's Maggie's with us full stop today.
Yeah,
She's
I'm like
got
a real person.
She's like a real person. She's no longer like halfway part of the group, you know. So, you know, we did a blood hot chocolate ritual with her earlier, and now she's really like one of us, you know. That is so nasty. Anyway, so Maggie's playing Trinket, and you can see everybody's characters that they're playing. And lastly, we have the most wonderful Siri. And if you listen quietly, I'm going to turn off the music. You might be able to hear birds in the background. Let me turn it off here and see. She has...
Hey, you guys, make some noise. They're just staring
Yeah,
now.
one time you actually want them to make noise, you know?
They're like, party!
You guys can check them out on my channel, though, because I have so many vlogs where I just focus on the birds. Because we've watched these guys grow from egg to full-grown bird now.
Yeah, Siri does. Siri is, you can check out all of her work at Siri Sims on YouTube. And she does vlogs. What do you call it? Vlogs? I don't know.
Vlog.
Anyway, vlog, whatever. But yeah, she talks a little bit about her amazing world as a biologist.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, there's little old me. And I just spent a considerable amount of time complaining to the women because I have been sick with various different ailments, with one taking care of itself and then another one happening within a few days, for about 3 weeks now. So I'm a little pouty faced. I'm sucking on halls. I was gonna put the bag of halls on the camera, but then I realized that they'd make me pay something. Like a product endorsement. Or actually I could make them pay me, you know? Hey halls, give me some money. But I'm sucking on halls today. And so the women have promised to go very easy on their poor beleaguered game master today. We're gonna go into the game now. And what we have here are the islands. If you remember in the last session, we haven't got a name for our world yet. So the first one who comes up with a name for our whole sort of world that we're in, not just the islands, but the whole world, like where the queen is and everything, throw that into chat. And I will pick whatever comes up. Anyway, when we last left off, we were headed in to crash WizCon 2014. WizCon 2014, yeah! Woo! Hashtag that bad boy, get it trending on Twitter. And I'm disappointed in you guys. Nobody gave me any WizCon 20, besides the ladies, gave me any WizCon 2014 tweets. So I want to see you guys getting on that. I did get some people mention it over at Reddit, which you can comment at reddit.com/r/the Jessa channel. And as of this episode, which will be going up today is Sunday and it'll be going up tomorrow, Monday, the 21st. As of this episode, you'll be able to leave comments down below because I have hired an assistant to help me with the channel. So you'll be able to leave comments down below. But if you want to get a swift answer from me, I hang out over at Reddit. So, ladies, you have landed on this island. And first of all, first question is, are you guys in disguise?
No, I'm not.
No.
I'm a priest. It's what we do. We walk around in our robes. We can't hide who we are.
And you'll also remember from last week that you guys are, I think we chose that you guys were city defenders. In other words, the kings and the queens, part of an elite group of people. And one of your characters is actually new to the group of city defenders. I forget what should we call your group? Somebody give me a name, please, for your secret organization. And each of you guys are part of the secret organization that is hired out. And even the people who hire you don't know.
What about the gloved hand?
Ooh.
Ooh.
I like it. Not the gloved hand, the gloved hand. Oh, that's good. The gloved hand. Oh, I love that. That, you know what? That's so good. Damn it, Maggie, take a RP point. So what you do, Maggie? Maggie has gotten the first RP point of this particular game that we're doing. And audience, the RP points are great fun. Maggie, go over to your character sheet. Click on attributes and abilities. Audience, I'm going to be coughing a lot. I warn you. So I've got a mute button here. Thank God for mute buttons on my headset. And yeah, Maggie, that's perfect. Yay! And now I'm going to go over to Trinket. And I'm going to double click on her, and I'm going to make your first bar HP and your second bar your RP points. And by the way, now that I thought about it, I forgot to put you guys' bars up here. HP, RP points. You guys should see bars appearing above your names now.
Oh, yep.
That shows that's your HP points, which you will track. When you click on your token now, you can see a little button pop up, three buttons pop up, and one of them has your HP points in it. So when something happens during combat, or for whatever reason, you get hit by a trap, a rock falls on your head, whatever, you might lose hit points. And excuse me. And so, yeah, you guys all have your hit points up there now, as they should be. Anyway, so as I was saying, we have just landed on the island where WizCon 2014 is taking place, which is this island right here that I am pinging on the screen. The women are unfortunately are unable to return back to, leave the island because their boat has been, their mode of transport has been torn apart by angry mermaids who were trying to stop them from coming to the island. This is because WizCon 2014 is for wizards only and a private invitation-only event. The women are here at WizCon 2014 to find, and I'm going to read you all the story starter, audience and everyone, the story starter for that we came up with last week that describes why we are here. You are at the entrance to the Convention of Wizards, WizCon, which is located on a volcanic chain of islands. You have journeyed here to obtain a magic beauty product that turns you into a feral kitten. I didn't come up with this stuff. I couldn't write something like this. It's true. It's true. Into a feral kitten on behalf of a really ugly dog queen of K9ahad. K9ahad is on the mainland, which is not on this map. And the women have been hired by this dog queen of K9ahad to get a magic beauty project. The dog queen, unfortunately, does not know that this turns into a feral kitten. And in fact, this is the nasty work of the evil wizard, or the big bad ugly wizard. Your luck has turned sour, though, because we learned that the magic at WizCon 2014 is making the volcanoes active. And that's a real problem, because the WizCon dance-off will not happen this year, and all magic will change. So the women decided that the WizCon 2014 was actually an event that, unknowing to the rest of the world, to wizards only, actually is what keeps magic going every year. And if the WizCon dance-off doesn't happen, magic changes or ceases to exist. We're not sure how that's going to work yet. To make matters worse, you have just seen signs of volcanic rock golems and PMSing mermaids. Those are the ones that we have just defeated. You can't turn back, though, since the mermaids sank our canoe in a fit of annoyance. So you must push on. Looking at the entrance to WizCon 2014, you get a feeling that this won't turn out well for all of you. What do you do? And we'll head right on into the story. You guys go ahead and let me know what your characters are doing. You are standing on the edge of this wonderful big bad ugly wizard.
Can I sneak around and see if there's a secret entrance into the convention?
Absolutely. I'm going to take the time for a minute to put a convention building down for you guys.
Oh, okay.
And so I'll give you a visual to actually sneak around. I'm going to grab a map icon here. So I show the audience how I game master. And I've been game mastering now for about 2-3 months, not very long. And if you'd like to know where I get some of the icons that, like, for example, this list here that I'm showing on the screen right now, just go over and leave me a comment on this video on Reddit, and I will tell you. So I'm going to download this image to my desktop, and we're going to call this the Convention Center. And Google Hangouts is going to try and mute me again, which annoys the heck out of me.
Do it! Never silence my voice!
No!
He doesn't know
My
better
voice
than to
where I
silence
sound
the
remarkably like a man, do not silence it. Oh my God. Last night I said to my husband, I said, so, you want to get busy, sweetie? And for some reason, and I don't know why, he did not find this as attractive as I was hoping. Although when he picked himself up off the ground from laughing. Yeah. Okay, so we have the convention center here, and I'm going to make it just a little bit bigger so you guys can see just for scale. So for those of you guys who might be wondering, you know, scale-wise, how things are, the answer is they're not really. We just use the icons and the imagery to get an idea, because I'm a visual person. So, you know, try not to think about these as being actually as scale. The cute background.
It's cute, the little building.
Yeah. I have a bunch of little icons like that, so I'll be using them throughout the game. But anyway, showing you all how to game master as well, to continue to watch what I do and ask me any questions about game mastering that you'd like to do at reddit.com/r/the Jessa channel. Trinket, you are going around the building and you're looking for secret exits. Just by drawing on the screen or moving your token, just show me in what direction you're moving around the building.
I'm gonna stay towards the coast.
Okay.
Wait. Oh, I got it. Okay.
Yeah, you could move your icon. Good. Okay.
Yeah.
So Trinket, what you guys see is Trinket starts to sneak off, looking at looking around for secret entrances. Trinket, I want you to roll a sneak roll. Click on your token and click on sneak. Oh, okay. So first of all, remember to mark XP. This that I'm highlighting here for the audience is really important. Oops, I hate when it does that. Copy. Control A. So in Dungeon World, you level up by rolling XP. Trinket, you just flew off to another island. Where are you going, girl?
Oh God, I was clicking. Come back. I'm here.
Yeah, I'll move you over here. So anyway, when you roll 6 or less, remember to mark XP, and you can mark that Maggie on your PDF sheet. Or you can keep track of it in your journal sheet here over on Roll20. Either way. But so mark XP basically means you mark a 1, so you now have 1 XP whenever you roll 6 or less in Dungeon World. So the downside is that you might have a bad roll. But for Dungeon World, remember that anything, when you roll a 2d6, which is what we're rolling, the macros are doing it for us automatically. But if you're playing at home, you're just rolling 2 dice, and she is adding a modifier there to that. But anyway, basically, 10 and above is a success. A 7 to 9 is a success with consequences. A 6 and under is things don't go the way you planned, basically. So, Trinket, you try and sneak up to the building. You notice that as you're going around, let's say you're going around a pile of rocks here. The island looks similar to what we have here. It's kind of green and nice, but it's also very rocky, particularly down at the beach area where you are. You guys notice Trinket going off, and though she's trying to be stealthy, she's actually doing a very rotten job, and that's partly not her fault because there's so many rocks and whatnot. And Trinket, as you come up to a rock, you'll notice a tiny little, let me find a picture of him for you. Let's see. I am looking, as you can see, audience, for a picture of this type of thing and not getting much here. Yeah, that'll do. Actually, let's see. Well, these are very interesting little things here. The audience can see what I have to choose from.
It's scary. Whatever the GM says, that's interesting, then you know you have to worry a little bit.
And she is exactly right, because what I'm seeing, the audience can probably be laughing right now, because what I'm seeing is most unpleasant looking.
Oh dear.
So soft little funny, like furry bunny rabbit isn't going to be it, right?
No.
I guess.
Shame.
No, I'm thinking no. Trinket, as you come around a rock overhang, and the rest of you guys can also be either describing what you're doing.
Oh God!
Yeah. As you're coming up over a rock overhang, Trinket, you hear a little scuffling noise, and then you see, and this is not to size, you see something about 12 inches high. It has wings and several different tails, gray skin, and in a very mischievous smile. And it pokes up from behind some rocks, and it says, "Hey, you there! What are you doing? What are you doing?"
I respond, Hi, not sneaking. I was not sneaking. Definitely trying not to get around to get into hashtag WizCon14. Not that. Anything except that.
This thing is flying with wings. It has its feet over and it has its hands like this, and it's just looking at you, and it's like, well, that is most obvious, most obvious. And then it says, you're not going to be able to get in that way because, as it just so happens, I have brought some friends with me. And then he looks over your shoulder and he says, your companions are just sort of standing there. What are they doing? Do you guys really think you can get into WizCon 2014? Let me see your passes.
I don't know.
Can I use I am the law to see an order
Yes.
as paladin?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
So the audience, to the audience, what,
Well,
go ahead.
Clearly, we are the dancing entertainment, and we should be allowed in, and you need to get out of the way.
Yeah, I'm the
So
bar.
I need to
How
roll
are you gonna have sweet jams, man, if I'm not there?
I'm a dancer. You know, I'm in like a belly dancer outfit. Clearly, you should be paying attention. You don't want bored wizards, do you?
This is the move, I am the law, that she's referring to. So the gremlin, he says,
I need to roll for that, don't I?
yes, go ahead and roll for that.
Okay.
And
Just
so
a D6,
click-
2d6?
Yeah, 2d6, which is on your macro bar, and then you put your charisma modifier in there. So look at your PDF to find out what that is, or look in your character sheet on here on Roll20.
This might not end well. Nope, did well.
He says
It's worth a try.
he lifts a gray eyebrow, because everything on him is gray except for his eyes, which are 2 pinpoints of red. And he lifts a gray eyebrow and he says, excuse me, he says, cough, cough, cough. This is going to be an awesome session, you guys. Just great.
No.
Yeah.
You would have coughed there. You're fine.
I think I shouldn't have commented to be nice to the GM.
He says, oh, this is most amusing because I just saw Bertie Bot's big band unloading his, around the back. And in fact, I happen to know because I have a slight crush on the tuba player. He's so cute. Anyway.
He is, isn't he?
Oh, you know the tuba player? And then he floats over to Corel. Cordiana. He floats over to Cordiana and he says, you know the tuba player? Oh,
I have been admiring him from afar. He just has this amazing skill. It just makes my heart swoon every time he goes dum, dum, dum.
I love that song! And he starts floating up and down and turning around in circles. And then he says, okay, boys, you can stand down. And you notice that all the rocks around you that you thought were just rocks begin to lift up and move. And just a minute here. Oh my, that is a nasty one there. Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
And they're huge. Each one is between 7 and 10 feet tall. You can tell that the 7-foot one is the baby. And you'll notice that these about 4, I'd say, trolls or so begin to transform. They end up standing in a line here behind our good friend here, Mr. whatever this thing is. Whatever this thing is. And you find soon that you are surrounded by these rock trolls. And you'll notice that where they were standing, there's no more rocks. Each of them have mossy backs. And they are looking, very, very shyly almost at their presumed master. This gremlin, let's call him that. And he says, "It's all right, gentlemen, stand down. I think they're one of the band, but I'm not sure." And then he says, "Wait a minute." And then he looks at Somel, and he says, "You said you were a bard, right?"
Yeah,
What's
I play the lute, man. It's awesome. Here, I can even show you some sweet jams. Here, let me play you the sweepiest sweeps that have ever been sped. They will be so tasteless. They're not even in a key. It'll be great.
Can you hum a little, Darian, for me, or is your man nearby?
Oh no, he's out.
I'll give you a roll P point if you hum a little.
I can't hum sweeps like. I can just play Origin in the background, and we'll see how that goes.
Okay, for the non-musical in the room, which is me, what's a sweep?
It's basically like, it's hard to explain, but it would be so much easier if I can just show a video of it. But it's,
yeah, put a video in the Roll20 and I will play it on screen. But in any case, while she's doing that, Cassia, you will notice that one of these large rock golems are standing uncomfortably close behind you. He's sniffing you.
Okay, that's not cool. I'm gonna kind of kick at him just a little bit, maybe tap him away.
Okay, so you just said kicked. You want to use that? Are you attempting to? Because well, let me see. Actually, hold on a second. I'm going to determine. So to the audience, this is how I determine the unknowables. Not the unknowables. What's the word? How I determine the chances of certain things happening or what I want to happen. This is my main GM tool, and it's called RPGsolo.com, and it's actually designed for playing RPG games by yourself, and it's really fun. I recommend that you go over and try it out. But what I have done is I use it for finding out what could possibly happen if I think something's about to happen. In this case, I want to know how this golem's going to respond, because we know that Cassia has very strong legs, and her character, which you may not know, has got magical legs. Tell us a little bit about those magical legs again, Siri. Cassia has.
Well, when Cassia was a child, she became very ill, and actually the illness almost killed her. She lost her legs as a result, but her parents took her to their local mountain god, and he was able to save her life in exchange for her permanent service to him, which she's fine with because she thinks he's totally awesome. And he gave her a pair of what's kind of like blue mithril-ish like legs, which are very powerful, and that's what she actually uses primarily for fighting. She doesn't use a sword as a paladin. She likes to kick people in the teeth instead.
Okay, check this out, you guys. Blue mithril legs. How the frickin' cool is that? That's cool. That's pretty cool. Mithril, for like the two people in the world who haven't seen Lord of the Rings, Mithril is a particularly strong elven type of in that role, elven type of very light but very strong armor type, basically. Anyway, so I'm going to head on over here to RPG Solo, and I put everything on camera so that the ladies later on can see that I didn't cheat or make anything up. And I want to see how the how the ogre's going to respond to this. So over here, I'm going to choose a 50-50 chance of him responding negatively. Does he respond negatively? Well, we can see that that's a yes. So you reach out with your with your leg, and you give him what you think is a gentle tap. He does not take it as such.
She doesn't know her own strength.
And he goes, "Ah!" And you notice that you have crushed his kneecap, which is pretty difficult to do. He's a rock golem, you know. But you have, you just hit it in the right place, and you knocked it out. And he goes down on one knee. And at this point, the gremlin goes, "You should not have done that. You should not have done that." And his tails start whipping around. And Trinket, before you know it, one of these tails here has whipped around your neck. And the rock golems start pounding on the ground. And the one who's on one knee is looking pretty pissed off. And he goes and reaches his club up to slam at your head, Cassiana. Cordiana, while this is going on, she notices Cordiana has been watching this creature for his gray move. Watching this gray creature for his move. That's just behind her, and you can see that his mood is decidedly not happy. Okay, Samel's given us a video for this, so I'm gonna click on it real quickly here and take us over to get some.
Around like a minute 28, it's the blue sounds.
Okay, so let's see what character she made. What her noise she made. And I'm going to 128 here, you guys, for this. And I'm gonna go to 125. Okay, this is the noise. The music that Candace's character Samel just made in order to show how you play the lute. Headbanging! Oh my god. Okay, take a RP point. This episode is presented in parts. To see the next part, click the playlist annotation at the top of the video. If the next part has not been uploaded yet, it will be tomorrow. So if you want to see it, subscribe. Commenting with Google Plus sucks. But commenting with Reddit is awesome. So head on over to Reddit and leave a comment on this video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.